back to Talk Like a Pirate, the show where we put the yar in just about everything.
Shiver me timbers, shiver me timbers.
Oh, you. Wasn't our last guest very interesting? Who knew you could be a pirate nowadays with just a laptop, a good internet connection, and a neck beard? Will these modern ages never cease to amaze me?
What the dick?
Oh, the things you get away with saying on national TV. How do you do it, Polly? How do you do it? It's 'cause you're so darn cute, isn't it? He's a cute parrot. Yar. Now, let's bring out our next guest. I think this will make the young buccaneerses and lady pirates squeal with delight. Put your hook and hand very carefully so's you don't puncture anything together for our next guest, Captain Jack Sparrow!
I can't say I'm right in the tail, but I know this was when you're growing your 7th and you don't know when you're torn and you happen to try to mutiny crew, and that's when you know the rum starts. Savvy.
What is that, lad?
Well, like you just stand on the survivor, you know. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow, and this is what I always wanted to be, savvy.
Right. Well, tell us what it's like being such a famous pirate.
Right, well, there's only one thing for it, and when you transfer it, and when you take it, and that's all you gotta do. Yeah, mate, it's a girls you haven't walked around family, because that's when you're really savvy.
Come again?
It's all those supposed to be, you know, savvy.
Well, sure. So I hear you were a skeleton once. How was that?
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow, that's all I ever aspired to be, and that's all I ever will be. It doesn't matter what I'm black pearls through the 7 seas, you know, savvy.
Okay, right. Look, are you even a real pirate? You haven't said swab the deck, me hearties, or any semblance of the word arr.
Well, Bob's was Caribbean, and almost heard lots of the balloons, if you know what I mean. Savvy. Let us talk a while, shall we? Savvy.
So this is what modern pirates are to you, huh? I prefer the classic pirates, you know, torn sleeves, striped shirts, and a good dose of arr yar and swab the deck, me hearties. Where's the singing? Where's the yo-hos?
Well, if I was at the Caribbean, made lots of the balloons, even though that was from Disney run, you know, it doesn't matter, because the people love the pirates, you know, and the people love the Captain Jack Sparrow, you know, savvy.
How many millions of dollars did your franchise rake in?
$4.5 billion.
Well, perhaps there is something to this Pirates of the Caribbean, as they call them. Let's take a closer look. Arr!
I think it's quite obvious, actually. All guys, when you take a ship, you just gotta take a ship, you know what I mean, mate, savvy.
I have no idea what you're saying. And that's coming from a pirate, laddie.
Savvy.
That's right, you scurvy scallywags. Raise the anchor and let us set sail on a piratey adventure. Yarr. Now we're not talking about the classic pirates like the one you see before me. No, we're talking about them new cinematic pirates we have here, and none other than the famous Black Pearl. Yes, this is the flagship of the line, based on the very popular 2003 Pirates of the Caribbean Curse of the Black Pearl, this beauteous ship you see before me, sailed in that faithful movie, bringing pirates back to prominence in the general zeitgeist of all ye scurvy swabs. I'm quite excited to get into this. Disney took a bold step, basing a movie on a ride. Pirates of the Caribbean opened in Disney World in 1967, and it was one of the last rides Mr. Walt Disney himself was involved in designing.
Pirate ride.
I'm getting to that. The ride itself was loosely based on pirate folklore and tales and legend, and just to have a good rousing time with the guests, adding in the skulls and skeleton motif. By 2016, 5 Disney parks included a Pirates of the Caribbean ride, this time after the movie, featuring Mr. Depp himself. The ride gave the world a rousing work song, Yo-Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me. I get a bit misty every time I hear it. Pirates of the Caribbean, the movie, not the ride, came out in 2003, and execs were a little shaky bringing back pirates. You know, pirates for a long time were box office poison, especially seeing Mr. Depp's interpretation of a pirate, which was really just a Keith Richards impression. But of course, the films were a rousing success, banking in hot doubloons for those people involved. And it received many awards, including Best Actor for Mr. Depp himself. And over the next several years, they would make 4 sequels to the franchise with varying degrees of critical and audience acclaim. So if you don't like the movies, ye can walk the plank. Me flintlock's ready for ya. Yar. Now, this set right here came out in 2011 to coincide with the release of the newest movie at the time, On Stranger Tides. It is not the Black Pearl from the first movie, as you can clearly see from the minifigures included, but it's essentially the same, right? Did the ship change that much? I mean, I knew it got blown up and beaten up a little bit, but they fixed it up in between movies, right? Yar! That's like my exclamation point, period, and question mark. Yar? Yar! Yar. It can mean so many things. It's like, dude. 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 Yar? Anyway. Moving on! Now I know a lot of you want to see what's inside this beautiful box here, and I can tell you, it's a bunch of pieces. So let's get into it. What do you think, Polly?
Swap the deck.
What's that beak of yours? Yar. Alright. I don't know why this voice hurts worse than Palpatine, and I can't see or get into the set, so can I drop the pirate act just while we're doing the set, please? You guys might appreciate it too. All right, I will keep Polly here. All right, so this is set number 4184. We have lots of bags. All right, we have the 2 instruction books. Very nice. The sails. Have to double check on Bricklink, make sure they're all there. The minifigures, I did look at these already, and they are all here and all correct. This one comes with that awesome Davy Jones figure. So there he is. I'll give everyone a close-up look, and it looks like there's just a bunch of baggies. So this set had 804 pieces. That's not a lot for something this big, but it's because there's a lot of like hull pieces, which I don't see. Oh, there they are. There they are. So let's put it together, come up for a closer look, and get our pirate on. Yar! Alright, I'm finished going through it. All the major important stuff is accounted for. We are missing a few little things. Honestly, nothing I'm too worried about. So let's head upstairs and get them. By force if need be. Yar! This is pretty cool. So I'm heading back down to the studio, and that is literally all I was missing from it. So not a whole lot. Did take me a while to find where all these little things were, but that was it. That's all the set was missing. Let's go. Let's build it. I'm still pretty early along, but
I wanted to point out this in the instructions. Aqua de vida. I assume that's the water of life. It's printed in the corner of every page. We've got a little bit of texturing on the print here. Looks like an old pirate map. These instructions really are in good condition, both of them, so just wanted to point that out. Thought it was party.
Yar, I see an imperfection. Ye see it? Surely ye do. Right there. It's broken. The reddish brown has been known to do that, so we have to go and replace it. You best start believing in ghost stories. You're in one. Oh, this is awesome looking. Feast upon the magnificence of the Black Pearl. She is a big, big beauty of a ship, very tall. See, that's the top of my little setup here. Let's back up. Oh man. Now, for being such a big, well, for taking up a lot of space, I should say, she is very light. So the few little connections they have, the pin connections and the plates they have on top is plenty to hold her together because she is not heavy. She's pretty hollow, actually. Not a whole lot of detail. This is 2011. I'm assuming they had to fit a certain price point or something because it's a little barren on the details, but still is iconically a giant black pirate ship. It just looks amazing. I love how they do these sails where they purposely make them too big for the connection points so that when you attach them, they billow outwards. The wind's at your backs, me hearties. So this is, of course, from On Stranger Tides, not The Curse of the Black Pearl. That's why we have the figures we have. We have Davy Jones and his crew. We'll look at the figures in a second, but let's just take a moment to look at the ship. So we do have our cannon fire there, one there, and there's not anything here. There's no cannon. See, nothing in there. Where's me hook? Now I can use me hook. And nothing in there. And it is mirrored on the other side. I know this is an old technique they use all the time, but it works really well. On this fabric, it has a lot of texture, so Lego pieces tend to grip really hard on this or really easily, but just using those the modified tiles there, the rounded pieces there, make it slide so easily. The ship can glide through the briny deep. So let's start at the bottom. Let's get some of these pirates out of the way. We got one fish in there with a sword. The anchor does not rest on the side, it just rests right there. So they somehow throw it overboard with their mighty pirate muscles. Just the one cannon on each side. Those are the newer style firing cannons, or the modern style, I should say. You do get more of that. I just forgot to put it in. But you do have more cannon munitions. There's where you climb up. There's Jack. Get some simple angles to get the captain's cabin back here, and we'll look at that in a second. But oh man, it's so cool. I can't believe this is in front of me. And there's the, oh man, I meant to look it up, what the name of it, but the effigy of the woman on the Black Pearl, whomever she is. Some Technic building to get that accomplished. And of course, what they normally do with ships, they have the Technic axles, the long axles, and it's pretty much mirrored on both sides. Not much going on the main deck, and there's only the one deck. There's no second layer to it that people can walk across. It's just that. The only room is in here. And this again is just done with angles with hinges down here, but this is actually attached back here.
The way you get to the captain's cabin, you just take this whole thing off. It's not attached. There's not even jumpers. And it's a pretty plain captain's cabin. Just a desk, a bottle. I'm hoping it's rum, or perhaps it's probably rum. I was gonna kidify it, but we all know it's rum. There's a map and the sextant. That's what it's called, sextant. There's a look at the sails from the back. And here's what it looks like. Oh, let's put that back on there. For the full majesty. Sorry, Will. Oh, he's getting hit in the head. Poor Will. There we go. Very cool. Very tall. Yeah, man, it just looks awesome. Dun 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 dun. There's a little cinematic for you. I don't know this for a fact, but I would assume most people are buying this set for the ship. However, this does come with some killer figures. We have Davy Jones. Very cool, with his crab hand and his light, what is that, light nougat peg leg there, and his awesome octopus beard. So this is a separate hat piece, of course, that was exclusive to him. I think even the mold was exclusive, right? They never redid this mold. So here's what he looks like without the old octo stash. Sorry, the neck's not all the way down. That head really grips onto that figure. But look at the barnacles and all that. Oh, looks so good, looks so good, looks so good. The octo stash. Got the lips very clearly defined there. And no paint application. You almost don't need it. It'd be nice if there was some, but you almost don't need it. The sculpt is so good on this. So this guy's name is Macus, or Macus, however you pronounce that. And of course all their belts can house the sword. Shink, like that. Now he can go about his day yo-hoing as he likes. So he's got an eye there and a closed eye there, which is opposite of what's on his actual minifig face. I love that. Love that little detail. He's got a crawfish. What is that? Is that just his back? Or is that a little crawfish hanging off on him? And the print on the back is just more barnacles. Very cool figure. Very monstrous. This is Will Turner's dad, Bootstraps Bill Turner. And he is looking very sullen, as he did in the movie. He got the better end of the deal. He didn't turn into a shark man. Get off ye! Very nice. He's got his bottle. Don't remember if that was significant in the movie or not. And a starfish kissing his face, or growing out of it. And now for our heroes, we have Captain Jack Sparrow. There he is. His alternate face is very appropriate. Very nice, very swarthy, as it should be. Next we have Will Turner. Oh, get your hair on, right. With his burns. Very nice. I think he has an action face. Show me your action face. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Love the print on that chest. His fancy little garments there. He does quite well for a blacksmith. Well, probably not by this movie. He's full-on pirate, right? And lastly, we have Mr. Gibbs with his mutton chops. Very muttony and choppy. Probably aghast at something Jack did. Very cool.
Yar, ya landlubbers, and there be the Black Pearl, a beautiful ship,
Now, like I said, it is a little sparse on the details and a little hollow, but I think it was just to keep the part count and the price down at the time. Of course, now this goes for a pretty penny. This is, of course, a must-have for any pirate fan or Pirates of the Caribbean fan. This was a really cool ship, and it came with some really neat minifigures. I am in love with that Davy Jones. I like, you guys know me, I like the monsters, I like the creatures and the creepy crawlies and stuff. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous ship. It's very big and commanding and imposing, and it looks quite lovely if you want to know the truth of it. So if you want to be a pirate, be a scallywag, or be up to general no good on the high seas, I say come on down, we welcome ye. Where's my hook? What do you think? Oh, Polly's dead. As of the recording of this video, we do have the Queen Anne's Revenge as well. This, I imagine, will not stay on the shelf very long.
You ain't kidding. Sold the same day we put it on the shelf.
So, we will talk to you very soon. Thank you, and till then, yar! Yo ho ho ho, a pirate's life for me. How did yo ho? Right? That's how it goes, right?
Please subscribe.